Welcome, everyone, to the November 23rd edition of Signals from Mars Trivia Tuesday right here on Twitch. And we are back for another week. Let's see if we can get some people to jump on in here. And just to remind you guys, this Trivia Tuesday is a quick 10 questions. We will start the questions up at about 15 after the hour. Let's see if some people join us here. Help make things interesting. How much more interesting than last week can things get, where it came down to the wire? It was very last question. It was Metal Dan. It was Mike. And Mike came from behind to steal the victory from Metal Dan. So let's see this week how things shake out. The winner of this week's episode will get a $5 discount from my merch store. And let's see how things... Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Let's see how things move forward today. It says that we have 2 viewers. Hopefully there are some people that are coming in to join us for the episode here for tonight's trivia. So there you go. Want to remind you guys that coming up this week, we may have an interview tomorrow. I'm not sure. I never received confirmation, but if so, I will send all the information out on the socials and on MarsAttacksRadio.com. So if you guys want to chime in, that's supposed to take place at 12:30 noon, if I remember correctly. But again, haven't received confirmation. Once I do, I will let you guys know. I will also be releasing a new episode of the Mars Attacks Radio Show, which should be at some point this week. We'll be recording that tomorrow. If I have enough time, I will post tomorrow, but we'll see. And what else do we have going on? We have the Fireside show on... It's kind of the warm-up before the Signals from Mars live stream on Fridays. I've been lucky enough to have Mr. Brad Dahl, Dr. Poison himself, join me the last few weeks. And it's been cool. Let's see what happens from here to the end of the year and figure out if I'm going to continue with that specific show or not. This has been cool so far. Let's see if we can get more people to jump on in. It's only 5 after the hour. We'll wait another 10 minutes. For those that are watching, if you guys can chime in, let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you're out there. Oh, Mr. Brad Dahl is joining us. Hello, sir. I will probably be hitting the Fireside Friday. We will see. Okay. It'd be cool to have you again this week if possible. At least have somebody in there who's usually, usually knows what's going on. But, yeah, it'd be cool to have you there. So, I set a bunch of things up in the background. I don't know if you guys can see. Try to make it better than just having clutter or other stuff in the way. I have my old 4-track in the background. Have my old MP3 recorder that I've used to interview a bunch of bands. Have some Funko Pops from Maiden and Lemmy from Motorhead. Some autographs from Charlie Benante, Ronnie James Dio, Angela Sapatrida, Scott Ian. Have the old Rock Science game. Have an old hockey goalie mask. Actually have an autographed Jerry Only of the Misfits doll as well. And Triumph, the angry dog. He's there, and he's all great, yes, for me to poop on. But anyway. Oh, so we have Metal Dan joining us as well. Cool. We'll be starting this up in about 10 minutes. And Yeah, Brad, it's always cool to hang with you as well, and can't wait for the Scorpions discussion on Friday. Will be absolutely awesome. I'm sure you will pull an interesting Scorpions story or two or three or four or five out of your back pocket, because, you know, the Priest discussion we had, you were like the Energizer Bunny. You kept going and going and going with different stories. You'd seen Priest at the Whiskey, at the Troubadour, at a broom closet on La Cienega, so on and so forth. It was quite interesting. I was like, oh, well, what else is Brad going to tell us? So, was very interesting. So, those discussions are always fun. So, well, 80s was pretty early on. So, let's see here. See if we can get anyone else to jump in. Hope you guys are doing great. What is oh, okay. Monsters of Rock cruise. Jesus, I'm thinking, all right, this is what happens when you're living in Europe and you become ignorant to terms that are being used in the States, you know, because I get a hold of things maybe when they say them in a podcast or a show, and then by then I feel like I'm Dr. Evil doing the Macarena, as said in the States, Macarena, like 10 years after it's hip. See, I'm hip. So, okay. I know a few people that did the Monsters of Rock cruise, or not the Monsters of Rock, the Kiss cruise. We can, yeah, surely I could send some feelers out to find out. I know of a bunch of other podcasters that were part of the Kiss cruise, so who knows? Maybe they might be forthcoming to discuss it. Yeah, Brad, I don't know if they refund your money or not. I think that in the fine print, they probably tell you, you know, for illness or whatever, that you lose out. But at the same time, I'm guessing you can buy some sort of insurance with regard, you know, for the cruise in the event that you have to miss it or some kind of mishap. Like, if, for example, for me to fly to the States, they recommend us buy like universal coverage so that if we end up in a hospital or have to see a doctor in the States, we don't end up paying like $1 million to, you know, for a doctor's visit. And along the way, you know, there's certain clauses in there so that if you do have to cancel or an early return, that they refund a certain amount. So I'm assuming that for the cruises, maybe the same kind of thing. Okay. I know. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Brad, I agree. Would definitely suck to fly somewhere, get stuck, and then have to be sent back. Figure this, when people were coming into Spain initially from other countries, if they were flying in, they would make them spend 2 weeks in a hospital or at a specific location with other people quarantining. And then after 15 days, all right, no symptoms, you can go. But you're sitting around, in a place where you can't do anything. There's only so much you can look at your phone. And if you saw some of the stuff, they were big, like, expo centers with just cots lined up with people quarantining together. It was just ridiculous. So I would be bored out of my mind. But Brad, do you still have to cover COVID calls as well now? Because, obviously, since the pandemic is technically still going on, do you guys still have to do that overlapping coverage when the people helping out for COVID are gone for the day? And folks, we're having all this other talk, but we will be starting up the trivia questions in a little bit more than 3 minutes. Well, as far as the false positive is concerned, actually, I can say this. I had a relative who came this summer, and she had a false positive. They brought tests from, I think it was like a CVS. They tested here, and then one of them it wasn't a false positive. It was inconclusive. So they had to call up a 800 number, 900 number, whatever it was, explain what was going on. And they said, when you get to the airport, you have to tell them about this. And then at the airport, they had to give her another test on site, and they had to prove that she was COVID free in order to get on the plane. So things are real different over here. Austria has locked back down. Germany has started implementing restrictions again. There's been talks of them doing the same thing here. But if they do it, I can't foresee them doing it before the second week of January, because last year, with everything going on, a lot more cases than there are now, they ended up keeping things open until after Christmas because of all the money that it generates. So all the recommended channels for you are hot chicks. That sounds like you see that as a problem. I have, let's see. So I have a mixture of sports and music and some pro wrestling things. I have, for example, Gene Hoglan, the Monster Drummer. I have Tesseract, who's British band. And then because I have those added, I have, for example, Escape the Fate TV and Herman Lee from Dragon Force and a few others here that have come up. But anyway, we're about 30 seconds away from starting up the quiz show here. And we'll see where things go. I'm sure Shelly would enjoy that. So yeah, so we are about About ready to go. All right, so here we go. What was Motley Crue's original name? Is it Starwood, London, Christmas, or Independence Day? Let me shift this around so that maybe the questions aren't covering my mouth. So, waiting on the players here. Christmas, all three of you guys got it right. Let's see how we start things off after question one. Oh, crap. All right. So I guess it didn't save it, and I should have sent the link for showing you guys how to change your names. Can you guys let me know who contestant one, which one of you guys is one, which one of you guys is two, and which one of you guys is three, just so I can refer to you guys correctly? Okay, so Mike is one, who's currently in the lead. Who's two and who's three? Well, we'll keep it going if you guys can respond. All right. What was the name of the pre-Kiss band featuring Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons? Was it Sunday Driver? Was it the Archies? Was it Wicked Lesta? Or was it Dragons from Mars? Which one of those was the band that Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons were in previously before Kiss?
Let's do it.
Oh, wrong one.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Well, all right.
All right, so all three of you guys, actually, hold on. All three of you guys got, oh, okay, so now it comes up correctly. Mike with 18,563, followed by Metal Dan and Brad Dahl in third. So right now, it's still kind of close. There's still only 5,000 points, about 4,000 points separating everyone here. So let's see what the next question is. Which one of these is not the name of a mascot? Murray, Vic, Magnus, or Eddie? Which one of these is not? 'Tis not a mascot.
So see all the little fingers, come on.
Little Paul Diano there. All right. Waiting on the answers. Let's see. Ooh. Only two of you guys answered. One of you guys got it right, and one of you guys got it wrong. The correct answer is Magnus. And
boom goes the dynamite.
Metal Dan stepping ahead, and Mike taking the big fall backwards. Wow. Murray, the name of Dio's mascot. Obviously, Vic Rattlehead from Megadeth and Eddie from Iron Maiden. Magnus, totally made up. All right. What is KK Downing's real first name? Is it Carlos with a K? He's Basque. Kevin, Carl, or is it Ken? Which one of these names is correct? I could have done this for the last one as well.
And the moral of this story is this is what not to do if your bird shits on you.
So all three of you guys got it right. It was Ken. You can hear Rob Halford has often referred to him as Ken. Metal Dan squeaking out. Actually, Brad jumping on in. And then Mike afterwards. Wow, Metal Dan is pulling away roughly 18,000 points ahead of Brad. And we have Mike in third. Sorry, I'm looking at my sound bites while I'm speaking to you guys. All right. Steven Tyler of Aerosmith played what instrument before switching to vocals? Did he play bass? Did he play guitar? Did he play drums? Did he play the trumpet? Which one of these is correct? One of them is not true.
All lies!
Not all lies, but one of them is a lie. I've got a great soundbite under that, but I can't play it because let's just say that the wolf from Pulp Fiction would get me kicked off of Twitch for a week. So, revealing the question here, the answer. Drums. So all three of you guys did drums. Let's see. Mike, wow, just squeaking it in a few seconds before Metal Dan, and then Brad. Metal Dan is pulling away. I think Metal Dan is getting closest to the highest points that have ever been scored. I've actually seen that there's a there's actually a thing where it compiles all the totals for the previous game, so I may have to check that out. But anyway, let's see. Next question here. Which of these bands is not from New Jersey? From New Jersey? The Misfits, Skid Row, The Rods, or Overkill? Which one of them is not from the Garden State? Which one is correct and which one is wrong? I like that laugh personally. Mark Hamill is the Joker. So we have an extra player here. Three of you guys said The Rods, and one of you guys said Overkill. Let's see. So Brad got that one right, just by a little, over Metal Dan. And let's see, Mike is next, and then our new contestant. If you want to identify yourself, please do so. Let us know who you are, and we will move along.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
All right. Which one of these drummers has not stood in for Charlie Benante? Is it Jason Bittner? Is it John Deddy? Is it Richard Christie? Or is it Gene Hoglan, who I mentioned before? Gene Hoglan being the person that I've spoken to the longest on the phone for any type of interview. Did over 5.5 hours with him on the phone for my classic album series. But is he the correct answer? I've interviewed or interchanged emails with all but one of these. Let's see. Question 7. All right, so 2 of you guys got it correct. 1 did not. The correct one, let's see. Correct answer is Richard Christie, who I've interviewed on 2 occasions. And John Deddy is...
Wrong, because, sir, they are both marsupials.
Okay, so Mike is first, then Brad, and then Metal Dan is the one who answered it incorrectly. So next up, we have, well, let's see, total scores. Wow, Brad is pulling ahead after that specific question. Metal Dan is second. We have Mike in third. And the mystery contestant in is number 4. So can we stop now? Well, we are getting up to number 8 here. So let's see what is next.
Question.
Which of these singers performs the duet with Angela Grosso? If you're, maybe, well, let's see. Is it Chuck Billy? Is it Danko Jones? Is it Max Cavalera or Randy Blythe? Which of these singers performs a duet with Angela Grosso? Let's see if any of you guys know. This is actually something that I scheduled to post on Patreon this week. So, kind of disappointing for me. Let's reveal the answer here. All right, all 3 of you guys got this correct, except for the mystery contestant. So,
When you have to shoot, don't talk.
all right. Let's see here. Mike got it quicker than anyone, then Metal Dan, and then Brad. So let's see. Well, Brad is still in the lead. Will this be the week that Brad finally pulls it off? This is question number 8. So let's move on. Let's move on to question number 9. Let me see if I can get no, those samples are Spanish. So anyway.
Well, I'm not going to, ever. Even if there's a fire.
All right. Which of these singers was not in I Wrestled a Bear Once? Is it Alyssa White Glues? Is it Krista Cameron? Is it Melissa Cameron? Is it Courtney LaPlante? Which one of these did not sing in I Wrestled a Bear Once? Waiting on the players. All right, so only one of you guys took a chance here with Melissa White Glues. Let's see who it was, because the strategy at some point is not to answer so as to not lose points. And that was... Oh, wrong one. That's not what I meant. I thought it was going to be Dwight from The Office saying, Michael! So anyway, so where do we stand? Oh, so now Mike, coming from behind on question number 9, pulls ahead. Does Mike get a discount this week from the merch store for winning as well? Or does Brad or Metal Dan squeak it out? So, did Mike wrestle a bear once? I don't know. Possibly. That's the name comes from a Gary Busey quote. So, all right. Question number 10. Which of these bands is not considered being part of the new wave of British heavy metal? Iron Maiden, Saxon, Scorpions, or Praying Mantis? Which one of these is not? Oh no, not again. Oh, that sucks. I'm seeing that Metal Dan is saying that he clicked on the wrong one. So, let's see. Question 10. Question 10 keeps getting Metal Dan every time. So 2 of you guys said Scorpions and 2 said Praying Mantis. Let's see. The final results. Brad from Yarg Metal finally pulls ahead and he wins. This was a day that none of us, nonetheless, Brad was expecting. Brad pulls it out. We have Mike with the second one. Metal Dan coming in third. And contestant number 5, whoever you are, is fourth with 2,197. Hey, at least he got on the positive side. Not sure who contestant 4 was, but thank you for joining us nonetheless. I do want to say...
Listen! I want to tell you all. I want to tell you you've been a dynamite audience and you deserve to give yourselves a round of applause. Let's go!
All right, guys. Cool. This was awesome. Another game that comes down to the final question. And this was awesome, Brad. I will be sending you a discount code for the new Mars Attacks merch store. And if you want to use it, cool. And if not, that's fine too. It is completely up to you. And just to let you guys know, I kind of let this... no, I haven't done a Mars Attacks Speedo. I guess the closest thing to that is you can buy a ladies' Mars Attacks leggings. But, you know, you may look like a member of Spinal Tap there. But, yeah. I lost my train of thought just thinking of the whole Mars Attack Speedo. No, it isn't possible. It's not one of the options that they offer. But anyway. Praying Mantis, who is putting out a new album, actually. A new track was posted on Patreon. I don't remember if it's posted already or if it is coming out this week. One or the other. I post so many videos that I don't remember what days I post them on, but, you know, I could check that out after. Scorpions, coincidentally, I didn't time this like that, but Scorpions, the correct answer, will be the topic of discussion on this Friday's Signals from Mars live stream. where if you're a patron, you're more than welcome to join us. I will be posting the link for you to jump on into the conversation on Patreon tonight. So, Mike, thanks for participating. We'll see you next time. And just to remind you again, Signals from Mars is this Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. in the UK. And for those in Europe, midnight, Friday going into Saturday. And if you want to talk Scorpions, please join us. You can do so for as little as $2 a month. Just go to patreon.com/Mars Attacks Podcast. And that is it, folks. We are wrapping up the show. Thanks again. Thank you, Metal Dan, for joining us another week. Let's see if next week you can get the buzzer beater question with the number 10. And guys, starting in December, 3 weeks of December that we will do this, we will have band-themed questions. Next week will be Kiss. So let's see. Bone up on your Kiss trivia. We'll see who joins us, that is, for next week's edition. So there you go. Thanks again for joining us tonight. Thanks again if you're watching this on the replay up on YouTube. Join us live next time, Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, or 10 p.m. in the UK. See you, folks.